happy days are here again. You know.
Yeah.
Well, he was the only one that was elected 3 terms, yeah?
Yep.
Right. You know, when he died, I was on a troop train, and the train stopped at Denver, Colorado, with that headline, you know, newspaper was free, just pass it in the troop train. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really miss that guy.
It was a sad day for a lot of people.
I'll show you something, because I like him that much.
Morning.
I got the, I don't know, some way they sent me an address, you know, from Washington last fall. And I could get that message, 4 of those, you know. They sold it to me for $25.
That's yeah.
Yeah, then when I went on Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin last fall, I had the engine jewelry put this one on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He charged me $65, you know, but I didn't mind.
That's cheap.
You know. And,
Nice. Yeah.
I really liked it.
That's nice. Makes a great tie.
Oh, yeah, it really does. You know, I hardly use it because,
Something else.
yeah, I really, you know, because I was, well, not because his name is Franklin either.
No, right. That may be part of it.
Yeah. That was an interesting year. Yeah, he started, the first project he started here in town was 25 cents an hour, what they call CCC. There were 3 C's now. I didn't know what it.
The Civilian Conservation Corps.
That's what it is. Yeah, Civilian Conservation
Conservation.
Conservation
Yeah.
Corps.
Yeah.
That's the first thing he started here in town. And, well, we had a teacher here. He was trying to help us along, trying to get a job in 1938. That first job I got onto was the last railroad. He had written to the Alaska Railroad, you know, office in Nenana, that he had so many men here available for work. So they took us on a boat, on a steamboat, and
Took you up to Nulato.
they took us to Fairbanks and they took our physical there. Then sent us back to Nenana and went to work there that summer. Well, in 1939 and 40, I worked on the boat too, you know, on the steamer Nenana. That's the one that's sitting up there in
Yeah, in the
Alaska
Alaska
land.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked on that boat all right. It was burning wood those days. But in 1941, that's the year they started that Galena project. And we unloaded the equipment they call West Ruby, that's below Galena. That's where they were going to have the Air Force base.
Oh, okay.
But it's too swampy, they couldn't get back on that hill, you know, they tried to get to. So from there they moved to Galena.
I'll be there.
Then we have to move that equipment again.
Yeah, okay.
It was really something, all right.
Was there ever any gold, big gold influx in this area in Kaltag? Was that Cockrange where that happened, or was there any right in this interior?
I don't remember of any. The closest one is over here, the Anaconda.
Okay.
You know where it is? Yeah, that's the closest one I remember.
Okay.
Because they had some miners up there. They say there's gold up there in Caillou, all right, you know. And there's guys mining up there too.
Yeah, but no big influx
thing.
of. Well, this has been helpful, Franklin, because it gives me a perspective of I kind of felt this was the thing that Missouri lived, but I wasn't sure, and this has been really helpful to me to get this information, and I'm going to be talking to Goodwin too. He said he'd talk with me.
He used to tell me a lot of things that happened to him, you know. Like one time they were out, you know, a long time ago we used to shoot beaver in springtime. So him and his dad were out on that Stink Creek down here. We call it Stink Creek, 30 miles down here.
Just down south.
Yeah. They were out there and they got some beaver. They got a lot of beaver. So they made a raft. They were going just down to the mouth and down the Yukon to their camp. That was their intent, And they made the raft all right, and they got on it, But they made the raft too tight, like this.
Mm-hmm.
The logs too close together. So when the water got on there, it didn't run off fast enough, and it just tipped over with them.
Oh boy.
And they lost everything, I guess.
Lost the beaver.
Guns. But you know what the smartest thing that old man did was they had harness too, And the harness got snapped, and he snapped that snap onto another rifle. That was a pretty wise thing.
Uh-huh.
And that's the only rifle they saved.
Now, was this Missouri and his father?
Missouri and his father.
Uh-huh. What was his father's name? Remember?
I don't know. Missouri Stanley. I don't know his first name, but he had a native name too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't Kentucky, that's for sure.
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
A long time ago, people went by only one name.
Yeah. Sure.
Like in Semicon's family, there that name was George, Big George. So they used that George for last name.
Mm-hmm.
Up until the time they found out about his native name, then they started to use that native name.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had native name too, but I don't know where this Madras came from.
Yeah. That may be a... now, have the Catholic Church here, has it been Jesuit? What is the order that's here? Jesuit?
Jesuit, yeah.
Because I know in this is on the side. Well, we can talk about it. In the islands. There's a group of islands called the Madrones, and that's a Spanish name.
Yeah.
So Madras has a little bit of a Spanish sound to it. I was thinking that maybe that was somebody's interpretation of the Indian name. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
My original name, for instance, was Gourlet.
Yeah.
It was a French name, and somebody changed it to Gourlay, because they thought it was easier to say. So that could be somebody's interpretation of the old name.
Could you write your name down for me?
Sure will.
Because I have.
I didn't bring my cards with me, and
yeah, I was going to mention something about that subsistence, because that's where I grew up, and that's where I'll back it up anyway, because that's where I live. And but I'm thinking wild all the time, and I always think that one of these days, in the future, the oil is going to run out of the slope. And then we're going to have to fall back on subsistence again.
Yep.
Because capital project and all that will eventually disappear, and we're going to have to go back to subsistence. And if we don't train our younger ones now, they're the ones that's not going to know how to live, and they're the ones that's going to be hurt. Like people my age will be all gone,
Yeah, and it's there's some wall charts over in the school.
Yeah.
That this project that I worked with did. We went around. Well, Betty Smelka came here.
Yeah.
And had a meeting, and we gathered from all the villages what people your age and younger. But
I never had a chance to talk with her because I guess it must be one of the times while I was out traveling.
Yeah.
I do a lot of traveling too, I'm on different boards and I have to go to meetings.
That came through loud and clear. You got to have both.
Yeah.
You got to be able to survive here and out there.
Right. That's right.
And it's a funny thing, the older you get, this is
Like in the 20s and 30s.
same thing, yeah.
We're going to go back to the same thing.
And about the only alternative is tourists, you know, people coming in that want to see Alaska,
Yeah.
and most of them don't want to get out in the country.
Yeah. And well, that's a big change there, you know. Transportation is a big change, you know. And it all opened up
Yeah.
just when the war started, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in an interesting time right now. We really are. Rapid change. Can you think what's happened since 1970 to this day? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I remember the first airplane I saw, I think it was in 1924. We had a fish camp down here about a mile. And my father and my mother, they went down 22 miles to pick berries. And they left me and my sister with an older couple, you know. And those days, you know, they had those 8-pound lard. Then you saved those large cans for a bucket, carrying water. She had that bucket in her hand. And what I'm really happy about that she didn't fall overboard is because if she did, I couldn't help her.
No.
Because I was not big enough to help her. And she was getting that water. I was on the beach. She's coming in the boat with that water. Then pretty soon the boom, the airplane come right over the, you know, right over the camp.
Yeah.
And she just fell in the boat. She got so scared.
Yeah.
You know, if it was happening, if it happened while she was dipping that water from the river.
She could have drowned, yeah.
Yeah. Those days, you know, we never know nothing about water pollution or stuff like that.
You didn't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the water wasn't polluted that much either.
No.
No, we drink water out of the river, you know. And like I say, I'm 64 years old. I never been in a hospital all my life.
Yeah.
So that water didn't bother me.
Didn't hurt you at all.
No, they got water over. I didn't like the taste of that chlorine first time you put it in there. Oh, I thought you were killing me then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I believe in it, you know. I believe in those things. That been tested, you know. They learn about it, so they know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Well, once you get people, you know, you got to do something like that.
Oh yeah.
So many
yeah.
people.
Right. Boy, we have it so nice up here though, compared to down low 48 in some places. Boy, the people, I really feel sorry for them because they're human just like us and they got feelings just like us.
Yeah.
Even though for their family and for their belongings that get, you know, flood out or get covered, broken up with tornadoes and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Gee, I bet you some of them old people there save many things like this, pictures and stuff like that. I have no old pictures, you know. I let my sister have it all, the old pictures we had. And one time her house burned down. There were no copies of it. Terrible. Well, gee, I'm happy. I think you're the first one that come by here. And talking about, you know, school, they sent out, you know, kids to some old people. They never come around here.
Yeah. Well, you're not old enough yet.
No, but you.
This has been a conversation with Franklin Madrose, who is the chairman of the Native Council in Kaltag, and has been a longtime friend of Missouri, who is his cousin.